Hey there, Sart here. So if you saw my previous video earlier today, you know that I got another Flaring Aether Rain with some tickets, so I was able to get him to EX +2, and I'm excited to take him into the Grace of Flame trial. I was working out a couple of different team compositions, and I think I figured out the team that I've settled with that will get me in all missions clear. You see, I haven't officially cleared it yet. I was just working out some different rotations and everything, trying to figure out the boss. I just went in blind, just trying to figure things out. I think I've got it all figured out though. So we're gonna get in here. Just like the previous Grace trial, it's all about turn count. Honestly, don't worry about the 20 turn, like that last mission. Like, yeah, who cares about a stupid emblem? The 25 turn mission is the one you want to hit to get the total lapis rewards, and it's 3,000 total lapis if you get it done in 25 turns or less, which should be doable with a pretty wide array of teams, I think. This one definitely does not require a leader skill, I don't think. It's certainly more difficult without a leader. You know, as you'll see with Rain, we're going to get this one done in probably like 13 or 14 turns, I think. And really a big chunk of that is just waiting for Omega Weapons Mighty Guard to wear off, and we're just kind of sitting around twiddling our thumbs there. So yeah, I mean, this one's definitely easy if you have Rain, the new Rain, and if you can find a Rain friend that's built for it. So let's get in here and just see. I've got a friend on my list, Zodiac here. Thank you for your Rain. I'm going to steal him for this one. So here's the team that we're working with. Roberta is really awesome for this particular trial because her buffs on her normal form LB, which is a 350% full buff and a 300% LB damage buff for 5 turns, all of that is undispellable. And just like the previous Grace trial, these bosses love to throw dispels at you, and they always know, they always seem to know how to throw the dispels at just the right moment to screw up your rotation. And so Roberta really just makes it easy. You don't have to worry about getting your LB damage buff or your attack buff dispelled because they're undispellable. And then she can just on demand imbue and amp the team with fire by 45% plus the Imperial. She's so great for this trial. So I highly recommend bringing Roberta along for the ride. Abigail, of course, is our magic tank. She does pretty much everything you need for this trial, just like the previous one. She handles everything. She's fantastic. We've got Flaring Aether Rain with a friend Rain to go along with them. You'll notice I've also got Tyvis and Yish. They are honestly just here for the Fire Imperil field that they bring on the normal form LB. It's a 35% Imperil field, and so that pairs nicely with Roberta's Imperil, and so we'll have, you know, on the best turns, we'll have a 70% Imperil on the boss, which is very, very nice, very helpful. Some other options include like Summoner Lena, who does a 25% Imperil, that also comes with a 40% fire amp field for your team. You do have to upgrade that with crowns, keep that in mind. You've also got like Tsukiko. Just keep in mind that hers is a 1-turn Magnus and it only lasts for a total of 15 turns. So if you can't kill everybody in 15 turns or less, you're going to lose that Imperil field. So keep that in mind. But you know, you could definitely pair up like, you see I've got Locke there as my breaker. I've fully crowned his Force Hunt. I did that a long time ago, so that he has a 90% break with full uptime. But you could easily pair like Summoner Lena with like Neovision Vaughn with his 160% fire Imperil, and you know that would be a really nice combo because Vaughn also comes with an 89% defense break. So yeah, a lot of options there. All right, I'll really quick show you the gear. I did gear Roberta for damage, but honestly, I don't think she's really contributing that much. So you can kind of ignore the gear on her. She's really just here for support, and for like, you know, she'll build up the chain a little bit here and there. Her damage is, I think, irrelevant, even though she gets a nice boost. You see she's got like almost 12,000 mag, and that's because of the leader skill. But it doesn't... She's not going to be doing like a whole heap of damage. You know, she'll do some little chip damage here, but she's not doing heaps. Now in Clash of Wills, it could be a different story. Like with that big mag bump, she might actually be pretty pretty righteous on the upcoming Clash of Wills. I'm pretty excited for that. Abigail is, yeah, she's basically just rocking it as usual. You see, she gets the 200% spirit, defense and spirit nicely there. So now she's got 11,000 spirit. She's bulky. She's bulky as. Basically just elemental resist across the board, nothing too fancy. Blizzard Orb, because you do want her to do some counters. That's going to help with some LB fill, some MP refill, all that jazz. So that is pretty important to have a Blizzard Orb in there. All right. Otherwise, yeah, just elemental resist. I honestly don't even think I changed her gear from the last Grace trial. Not even joking. I don't think I changed a thing, and didn't really need to. Okay. Here is my Flaring Aether Rain. So he's got his STMR, he's got the Crimson Claw upgraded. All right, he's got, you know, plenty of cow gear here, just some high attack accessories. We've got Machine Killer's dual form to just cap off his TDW, a high attack vision card with some flat stats on it, and yeah, he's got everything he needs there. This is his normal form though, although honestly it's the exact same gear in his Brave Shift form. Nothing changes. All right, but he's got 300% human, machine, and LB damage there, ready to go. Here we have Typhus and Nish. They are geared for some damage. You see, they hit a pretty nice stat line, not too bad. Kind of like Roberta, they're not going to do that much damage. This is really Rain's show, but you know, it might as well build them for something. I gave him Lone Swordsman card because it's not necessary. This card is not necessary. I gave it to him because I had an earlier strategy where I was using what's her name, Olive, and so I needed him to chain with Olive with her SLB. But yeah, I have since changed that, so that card can be anything that you want. He does have 300% human, machine killer, and LB damage, so he's good to go. I should say they are good to go. Locke is my evade provoke unit. That really only comes into play, I think, against Omega, because Omega does some single target physical attacks that don't have accuracy. The first two battles, you don't really need an evade provoke unit, but it's definitely good to have it for the final battle. The big thing is make sure everybody has stat immunity, right? And this is really important. If you're building a friend unit for this trial, make sure they have status ailment immunity. Very, very important. We do have the ability to buff our immunity resistance with Abigail because she does have Veil, but it's better just not to have to worry about it. So just throw some immunity on your units, on your friend units. So I gave him Pause of Prosperity there. We won't actually need to use that. I did that for the breaks in the first battle in a previous clear, but that's not really necessary. And he's basically got the same build in both forms. We really won't Brave Shift him too much. There is one skill he'll use in his Brave Shift form on the first fight, but other than that, he'll be spending most of his time in the normal form. And as you can see, I fully crowned Force Hunt, so it now has a 90% defense break. It lasts for 3 turns on a 4-turn cooldown, which means it basically has full uptime. Since the bosses never dispel themselves, we never have to worry about it. All right, the Friend Rain is a very similar build to mine, just some, high attack gear and whatnot. Yep, so yeah, basically high attack gear. He's got all the killers that we need. Human, machine, yep, ready to rock and roll. Same thing in his Brave Shift form. So yeah, fairly simple to build here. All right, so this is the team that we're working with. Let's see if we can get an all missions clear. Should be pretty easy with this team, I think. All right, so Kylma or Kylma. All right, not really sure how to pronounce that. Probably Kylma, right? Let me know in the comments below, how do you pronounce this chick's name? I'm going to say Kylma. All right, so first thing we're going to do, Roberta's going to go ahead and do her LB. So that puts up the undispellable buffs. Abigail will go ahead, she'll just do her drone cover. We'll do anti-physical, anti-magic. Actually, nope, she will not do that. She'll do drone cover. Contingency plan for the Mirage that we're going to need on this turn. And then actually we'll do Shelga, because we're going to have Locke do the breaks with Force Hunt. Okay. Go ahead and apply those. Tyvus and Ish are just going to fill their LB so that we can use that next turn for the Imperil field. Rain is just going to do... we'll do... No, he doesn't need to do that, does he? We're just going to do some buffs here. All right. We're going to shift and do his other LB next turn. All right. Alright, so there we've miraged all the AoE physicals, all the magic stuff easily handled, no problem. Okay, now Roberta is going to do Inferno Breath, Mystic and Mega. We're going to get rid of some of these Mirage stacks. Tyvus and Ish will go ahead and do their LB. Locke is going to triple full break chain to finish getting rid of all the Mirage stacks. Our Rains are going to shift, do their Brave Shifted LB. Now remember, this is a Trance Shift. It lasts for 5 turns, which is quite nice. We will definitely utilize that. And we will make use of those 5 turns for sure. All right, this should do a fairly good chunk of damage to Kylma here. Let's see how we do. So we should have, yep, 70% Imperil, 90% break. Good to go. You notice we don't have any kind of killer buffer on the team. We don't really need it because Rain is just so stupid strong. He honestly doesn't need any kind of killer buffer. You could potentially work that into your team somehow and make this go even faster. All right, almost killed her. All right, don't worry, we'll kill her next turn, no problem. So we're going to go ahead and start refilling. And basically we're just gonna refill and do another LB next turn to finish her off. All right, now she is going to do a Dispelling Beam, that's fine. All it does is dispel our fire amps, which Roberta, she will put up thanks to Roberta's undispellable buffs. The only thing we need to reapply is the fire amp, which she does with Inferno Breath. Okay, now you see Rain's not quite full there. That's okay. What we're gonna do is, actually no, I'm not gonna shift him. What we're going to do is we're going to have, we're going to do enemy data analysis to get rid of the elemental buffs, because Kylma put up some serious elemental resistance to all elements, and so we need to get rid of that with a perfect dispel. So that's where Abby comes in, enemy data analysis, and then yeah, we'll do another bar Fire Raja to finish filling up Rain. If you needed to, like if for some reason your Abigail didn't counter, or for some reason and you needed a lot more LB fill, Locke has a perfect dispel in his Brave Shift. I'm just going to show it to you real quick. It's this move right here, looks like a job for a treasure hunter. It does a perfect dispel. You get 3 uses, so it's kind of handy in a pinch if you need it, but it turns out this time we're not going to need it, because we'll just have Abby do it with enemy data analysis, and we'll just do a double bar Fire Raja, because we're gonna finish this fight. There's no question. There's no question that, yeah, Rain's gonna finish this fight here. All right. And since we have, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do another one, because I think the field, how long does the field last? I forget. 5 turns. All right. So I might actually save that for next turn. All right, because when you get his SLB, it overwrites, right? you lose the ability to reapply the Imperil Field. So keep in mind it only lasts for 5 turns, so I want to use this normal LB one more time before the SLB comes online so that I get, you know, as many turns as possible of the Imperil Field. All right, let's go ahead and finish this chick off. She should have everything. Yep. All right, here we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, now Tahto has like twice, he's got like double the amount of HP. So Kylma only had 7.5 billion. Tahto has 15 billion. So he literally has twice as much HP. So this one's not going to go as quick, but it should still be a fairly quick one. Okay, and just like Kylma, this guy likes to do dispels. All right, so yeah, just keep that in mind. Always fun. Okay, so we should still have. All right, so yeah, okay. So we'll do Dragon's Fury here. We're going to do. All right, I got to remember exactly how I did. Got to remember exactly how I did this. All right, so we're going to do his LB. All right, we need to do Force Hunt. All right, we do Infiraga. It'll only be a 35% amp, but that's better than nothing. And then she'll do Methodical Mitigation to cover the counter, because when you hit Tahto with physical damage, he counters with fixed attack, and so it's good to it's good to just deal with that on the first turn, and then we can use her SLB next turn to mitigate the damage from it the following turn. Okay, all right, so that should take care of everything to get a decent little chunk of damage on this one. Okay, so yeah, we've only got a 65% Imperil. That's fine. That's fine. All right. All right, so let's see how much we do on this, and we still have 3 turns in this phase. So let's see how we do. Nice. Yeah, we did like a third. Sweet. So Elemental Plunder, that's the counter that he does, and it's a fixed attack. And if you don't have mitigations on your party, like good general and magic mitigation, it can hurt the party. So just be aware of that. You know, I had a lot of early runs where I was getting wiped by that move. And so that's just something to keep in mind. All right, and what we're going to do here is we are basically just going to keep doing LBs. That's all we are here to do, is just keep doing LBs. Okay, Typhus and Ish, they've got their SLB. You want to use that up anytime it becomes available, just because you want to refresh the ability to do their normal LB. Like I wish their SLB also did the Imperil Field. It really bothers me that only the normal form LB does the Imperil Field, because then you're like, oh, I have to use the SLB to refresh it. But, you know, it is what it is, right? Okay, we're going to do Deadly Chase to do the 90% attack and mag breaks. That just helps reduce incoming damage. It's not that important on this turn because we're going to use Abigail's SLB, and it's going to greatly reduce the incoming damage to the party. She still has her cover there, right? She doesn't have cover. That's all right. I think the boss only does like a flare and a dispel on this turn anyways. So I think it's fine. All right. I hope so. All right, so we'll send Typhus and Ish first, and then we'll send our Rains. Okay, we are going to get dispelled at the end of this turn. That's fine. Roberta's buffs do not get dispelled. We just reapply the our reapply our amps, and we're good to go. Okay, nicely done. Yep, so there's the elemental plunder, but we had it mitigated there, so no troubles. Okay. Oh yeah, flare is a single target anyways, so Locke was able to resist that. You can give him some more fire resist and he'll fully resist that, no problem. All right. So we have been dispelled, no worries. Okay. And I think honestly, like, I think we can just, if I remember correctly, I just do the human killer buff and a couple of these, and that's enough to kill this dude. Do I not have quad? I thought I unlocked quad. Nice thing is Inferno Breath is also quad unlockable. I'm saving that that second Draconic Triune to take that into Omega. All right, and we'll do Will of a Hero and double store collision just to chain with the reins and hope that we can finish this guy off. I think we should be able to without worries here. All right, we'll do drone cover, anti-magic mitigation, or anti-magic mechanism, whatever that's called. Okay, and let's go ahead and do anti-physical. Why not? This will give a slightly higher break for Roberta. And Locke can just hang out. I don't think there's anything we need to do. We should, like I said, we should be able to finish off this guy here. All right, we shall find out. I mistimed that chain, that's all right. Hopefully it's enough. Because I missed that chain, yep. That's all right. So normally we would kill on that turn, but it's fine. All right. Okay, so now we're just gonna do, we'll just do triple prominence and finish this guy off. Actually, I think what I'm gonna have, because something I've noticed is that Rain has trouble with his MP if you start doing his chains. So I think I'm just gonna let Roberta finish this guy off because she doesn't have any MP problems, but Rain does. So yeah, so we're gonna, and actually while we're here, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure Tyvis and Ish are full in their LB for next round. Okay, so I just used, yep, I think that's what I want to do, right? All right, let's let Roberta finish this one out. That way, Rain still has plenty of MP. All right, now the big boy, Omega. Okay. We are going to, how many turns? All right, 2 turns remaining. So I'm going to save that normal LB for next turn to re-up our fire reduction field. As usual, Roberta will go ahead and do her LB. Locke will do his Force Hunt. We'll go ahead and use his Force Hunt here. We're going to do drone cover, contingency plan, and Shelga. Okay. The Rains, honestly, I mean, I think last time I just had them do their like normal form LB here, but it doesn't really do much. I think what I'll do is just have them do their buffs and some chaining on this turn. It's not going to do much, and the boss is going to heal it up before we get another chance to damage it anyways, so Yeah. We'll just go ahead and do these to buff up his SLB. Yeah, I think that should do it. Yeah, see, the damage is like irrelevant there, but that's fine. We're not going to do any serious damage until turn 5, I think, because it puts up Mighty Guard, which is a huge buff. Basically, you're not doing any damage to this boss. You could bring Kaito to roll back the defense and spirit buffs, but it still has a 50% general mitigation. So honestly, it's better just to sit back. And you see there's 3 turns left, so it'll be gone on turn 5. All right, Tyvis will do his LB to re-up the field because he's going to have his SLB ready next turn. Rain can honestly just guard. Locke can do his LB for the 90% attack and mag breaks just to make sure nobody takes, you know, any serious damage. Abigail can do her SLB. We'll have Inferno Breath, do support from the skies for some Mirage and Mega Breath to unlock her quad cast. Okay, and there's the single target physicals that Locke is evading. It does some magic, which Abigail handles no problem. All right, I'm actually going to have Roberta do her LB again on this turn. Why not? No, not this turn, right? Next turn is when we do all of our buffs, yeah. All right, Locke can just guard, I guess. We don't have any breaks or anything, do we? Yeah, I didn't think so. That was just Kylma that does that. So we'll just re-up. On this one, we'll just re-up. Drone cover, anti-magic, anti-physical. Rains can just chillax. They've got one more turn on their Trance Shift. All right. And so they'll actually do... Now we'll save that because we get like three turns. Yeah, we get 3 turns where we can deal some damage. So they'll do one big LB, and then we'll do all the buffs, including their 150% fire amp, and then we'll do what will hopefully be the finisher on turn, what would that be, turn 7. Okay. Tyvis and Ish can, yeah. No, we're going to do all that next turn. Duh. Okay, so basically everybody can just sit back and relax. Force Hunt will be ready when it needs to be, and yeah. Okay, so there's the Dispelling Beam, no problem. We're going to do all of our buffs on this turn anyways, because it's still got 1 turn of buffs. So one of the few times where it actually works out in our favor. So we'll do these 2 for the mod boost to the SLB and the Elemental Burst Fire for them. Okay. And you know what? We'll go ahead and let's just go ahead and get ready. We'll do... Do I want to do that? I think that is what I do. I think this is what I did last time. I went ahead and stacked, because we got to put a stack on their LB anyways. And so I think we did that, and then we buffed them next turn. And then we just do 2 back-to-back LBs, because we've got Roberta to fill. Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do. Okay. I've got it all. I think I've got it all figured out. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, you'll see that we do like hardly any damage here. Let me just double check myself. Yeah, we got to reapply the drone cover. Shelga. Barfire Raja. Alright, then we'll do Inferno, Mystic Breath. Alright, that'll be ready next turn. Alright, we'll do the 90% attack and mag breaks again. Okay. Tyvis will just buff. Alright. And yeah, you're going to see this does like no damage because, yeah, those buffs are pretty insane. Alright, even though we're going to, you know, we're going to ramp up the chain and everything. We're going to do everything we can to try and do some damage here. Yeah, pathetic, right? Yeah, those buffs are no joke. And it heals itself that turn anyway, so yeah. Alright, so now we can get ready for a big boy burst. Okay, we'll do armor. Actually, we don't really need to do this, do we? Because we've already got our buffs. We've already got better... I know we do need to do it to refill his LB, duh. Okay, and then elemental burst fire, prominence fall. Alright, armor grant me elemental burst. Elemental burst doesn't fill LB, does it? No, it doesn't. Didn't think so. Okay. We'll go ahead and let Tyvis, because we did... I should have saved that for one more turn. I wasn't really thinking on that one, but that's fine. Alright, our buffs should still be good. Yeah, boost to LB damage 3 more turns, so we should be good there. So I'm just going to let... I'm going to let Roberta ramp up the chain for Tyvis and Ish. Alright, so they can do a little chunk of damage here and feel good about themselves. Force Hunt to re-up the 90% defense break. Okay, we'll do... you know, do drone cover again. Barfire Raja. We'll do a double Barfire Raja, I think. Because I might need to re-up Tyvis and Ish's normal form LB one more time. Okay. Just to make sure we finish out the fight. So, I'm going to let Roberta go first. Okay, yeah, a little chip damage there. Make them feel good about themselves. They can say they contributed. 2.4, yeah, and Omega has 15 billion damage as well. Okay, and yeah, Omega heals itself 10% every turn from here on out, I think. So we got to do some serious damage. And we should do some serious damage here. Okay, Roberta's basically just doing her job of making sure we've got all of our amps and ramping up the chain. Locke can just do the big breaks. We'll make sure we have plenty of mitigations. I'm pretty sure that's all they really need to do. I think that's all she needs to do. And she'll help fill up their LBs again next turn. And then Tyvis and Ish can... I guess they can just chain it up. Just help with the chain a little bit, I guess. Alright. We'll let Locke go and do his thing. As well as Abigail. Okay. Alright, and this one should do pretty significant damage, I think. I don't know if it'll kill him. It might. Might kill him outright with the big amp, but we'll find out. Okay, yeah, I didn't think it would. I knew it would do a pretty big chunk of damage. But yeah. Okay, no worries. Now, this is going to be the last turn without any kind of buffs. If we don't kill it on this turn, it's going to do Mighty Guard again. So we really need to kill this guy on this turn. Okay, so Roberto will do Draconic Triune, double Mystic. All right, we should still have all of our buffs, right? Yep. All right, and this is the last turn that those buffs are active. All right, so I'm actually going to. I'm gonna check. All right, just to be safe, I'm gonna do a drone cover. I'm gonna double bar Faraja now. All right, then when I tap Roberta, it's gonna fill up our reins, and I'm gonna immediately get both of them queued up for an LB. All right, so that they're ready to go when Roberta starts ramping up the chain. I'll then send Tyvus and Ish to reapply the field, and then send the reins, okay? And there it is. All missions clear. How many turns total was that? 14? 15? I think it should have been 14 because I should have killed Tahto on turn 4, but I ended up going to turn 5. So it was 3 turns for Kylma, 5 turns for Tahto, 7 turns for Omega. So yeah, 15 turns, that's all right. Should have been 14. I'm not going to sweat it too much. I was just having some fun with rain. There's the damage spread. So yeah, the rain's obvious. Wow, yeah, rain's definitely leading the way on that. And they're very strong. So there you go. That's how I got it done with my shiny new flared up Herpes rain, whatever you want to call them, flaring ether. Yep, worked out pretty well. Very nice. I'm happy with that. Pleased with the results. There you go. All missions clear, but really, I'm just in it for the lapis. I'll never use that emblem. You know, I've got my Esther emblem up there from the 6th anniversary. That's never going to change. That'll always be up there. All right, so hopefully this was helpful to you guys. If you also have a flaring ether rain and you want to try them out, that's awesome. I have set mine up in my event 1 slot as both as a bonus unit, but also geared very similarly that could be used for this trial. So if you're on my friends list, definitely look for him there. If you'd like to request a friend, definitely hit me up in the comments below or join my Discord. I'll put a link to my Discord server in the details of this video. Feel free to join my Discord server. I've got a lot of friends there, always happy to help with friend requests and whatnot. So thank you guys again so much, and I will see you on the other side.